Hey guys, welcome back. This is Jenny from Polly's Paper Studio, and I have got another dollar store DIY for you. Now these are super cutie Valentine notebooks that I created almost exclusively with supplies that I found at our local Dollar Tree, which is not local. It's about 25 minutes away, and it is not large, and I don't have as many of the fun supplies that I see on a lot of videos, but what I did find is very adorable. So with the exception of the pattern paper, these are made exclusively from Dollar Tree items. So let's make these together. Here are the supplies that I picked up at the dollar store today. Now I went with my teenage boy, and he did lose attention span fairly early into our shopping trip, so I didn't get to go up and down every aisle like I would have liked to, but it was fine. And also, if you see a lot of dollar store or Dollar Tree hauls videos, you will see that they have a lot of things that ours just doesn't have, and that's because we live in a very rural location and our dollar store is small, and we just don't get a lot of the stuff that other stores do, but we did find some cool things to work with. So the base for my project is going to be these notebooks. Now these come in a pack of 4, and they have cute covers on them already, but we are going to alter them. So I'm going to use those. Then I found this cute sticker sheet. I have already taken a couple out to prepare for this video, but you can see that there is cute little dog and some tags. These are have some dimensional parts to them, so that's fun too. And this had a few larger stickers, which would be great for this, but the smaller stickers are great too for tags. If you want to just make a label for a treat or something, maybe you could make it out of your stash leftover scraps and put a cute sticker on it, and that would be a much more thoughtful gift because it's handmade. So I got the stickers, and then these hearts I'm not going to open here right now because the glitter will go everywhere, but these had quite a few pieces in them, different sizes, and then pink and red, so that seemed like a good value. They're glittered on both sides, so I would say if you're going to glue them onto something, maybe you're going to have to go with hot glue just to get them to stick down because they have a lot of glitter on them. I've got these heart blingy accents, and they're lots of different sizes, so I picked these for the project I'm working on today, but definitely there is a lot of variety in this package of sizes, and the only color I found was red, but pink would be nice too. Maybe someone got those before I got there. And then there is a couple of ribbon selections. Some were plaid and some had typography. This one is just a heart with a stitched outline. There is 9 feet in here, and that will be plenty for covering all 4 of these notebooks. We're just going to use these to tie them, so you don't need a large quantity. And if you can find one that are double-sided, that would make a prettier bow, I think, but I liked this heart and it went with the theme of the stickers, so I picked that. So the only other thing that I'm using today is a 6x6 paper pad that I've had in my stash since last year, and I just want to use it up. Now, I think the tablets say they're 3 inches wide, and I tried, no, it's 3.5. Okay, so you're not going to get 2 full covers out of each one, but if you cut them just right, you could use the complementary strips as paper layers, so you can still get a lot of use out of that, even though it won't be too wide for the piece of paper. Now, I also used some 110-pound cardstock. What I did first, let me move some of this out of the way, is take my pliers here and bend this piece out so they just have the spiral, and then each side is kind of wrapped into itself so that it will stay securely in that hole so it will stay securely inside. And then you just want to pull these and then create that circle shape as best you can, because you want to roll this out. So you want to be able to just slide that out. Okay, so I'm just rolling that out, and you want to take it all the way off so that you have your back and front separate, and then all your pages in between. You can see how easily that rolls now once I've got that shape, so that it will just slide right on out. Put that piece aside, and then you're just going to work with your front and back cover. Now, what I did was I kept these in the order they came, because I felt like it was important to keep everything lined up exactly so that it would be easy enough to roll that wire back through. So front and back cover, and then this, make sure you keep them in order. And then I covered mine with 110-pound cardstock so that it would be much more sturdy. You see, this is a little bit flimsy. So if you add that extra layer, it'll be a little bit more chunky and a little more substantial. And I think that makes a nicer gift. So first, what you want to do is cover one side and then run along with your hole punch. I am using my Crocodile, and I'm using the smaller size, the 1/8 inch, so that it will mimic the size of those spirals. So let me just get the one that I've started. So this is going to be my back cover, and I put the 110-pound cardstock on, punched the holes, and then covered the inside, this would be the inside, with the patterned paper that I like that coordinated with the front. So this is just the little conversation hearts. And then before I added the final piece on the back, I tucked in a strip of that ribbon, and I'm going to use that to tie this closed when it's all done. So I want to tuck that in and secure it between the layers. And then you can see that I've punched out all those little tiny holes, and this is ready to go back onto the wire. So here's my front cover, and you can see how that is just covered with 110-pound cardstock. I will go through here and punch all these holes. I wanted to mention also, you can see where I have added the adhesive. I didn't cover the holes because I didn't want that adhesive to get into my Crocodile any more than I already have it full of glue and adhesive. And so just stop the adhesive before it gets to the punched section, and you will have a much easier time using your Crocodile than I am. But I have abused mine for so long that I don't want to add any more goo to the inside of it. Okay, so I am picking this super sweet heart pattern. It's very small. That matters to me because I'm going to be adding extra layers to the top, and I want to be able to see that pattern and not lose it because of the scale. So I'm just taking off that adhesive now. This isn't a bad pattern, actually. You could add stickers to it if you liked that. It doesn't really fit my theme for today, so I'm just going to go ahead and cover it and use the edge to line it up. This is just easy straight line cutting here, you guys. So I'm not sure if this whole project would be good for kids, but parts of it would be, and I think it would be a lot of fun if you did the punching for them and removing and adding that spiral back in. Imagine how much fun it would be to have the kiddos help you create these. These could be random act of kindness gifts or neighbor gifts or something they could bring in for their classmates. So have that covered like in the back that I showed you. And then I'm going to punch the holes so that I don't lose them between the layers. And I'm going to flip through this paper pad and find a companion piece that I think will look good. And right here, I just like that small floral. So like on the back cover, what I want to do is tuck in that trim and keep in mind that it needs to face out. So add this with a little bit of the double-sided adhesive tape, and this will be fine to tuck it into here, and this will hold it in place. It will be secured better when you put the pattern paper on, but I am not concerned at all that this will come out. So I'm just going to add that here at the bottom and then add more of the adhesive around. You could use wet adhesive if you liked that better, but I would be concerned that it would squish up into the portion that is punched and become messy on the front. So I'm happy with this double-sided tape, and I think that it also helps to add a little bulk to the outside, so it makes it just that much more sturdy. Here is the pattern paper for the inside. Line it up just like before and clip off the excess. Here's where I said if you have the right patterns, you could easily use this as a paper layer on top. Now if it had the, like this pattern has the words and you would want to keep those going in the right direction, but many of these are just fun patterns and you could kind of switch the orientation to fill the space that you need to finish the cover. Okay, so I've just clipped off that ribbon, and I'm going to add this as my alternate piece. So what I want to do is just line this up with the bottom, and here's how I measure where I want to add my adhesive to the top, is just go straight across. Now I've not had to measure anything or do any math because quite frankly that gets me into trouble. So I just kind of eyeball it and it always works fine. Here is that alternate piece right on top. So I definitely want to punch these right away, and then I want to assemble the book back before I begin layering on the embellishments, because I think it'll just be easier that way. And so I'm gonna punch all these little holes out one more time. So this is the only part that I think would benefit you if you're working with kids, is getting these holes lined up so that spiral will roll back in easily. But otherwise, like I said, this is a great kid project and a great group project too, so you could make yourself a little assembly line and make all kinds of them. All right, so where's the back? Here are the pages, and here is the back. Now you can see why it's important to keep everything all lined up so that when you run that spiral back through, it will go through evenly. Okay, see how I'm just rolling it back through and making sure that I keep it lined up as best I can, and that helps this process go a little faster. Sometimes you have to work with it a little bit to get it to come back out, but you see it will eventually just roll itself right around and come out the other side. And then just keep on rolling until you get it all the way strung. And then when you've got it all the way through, you want to take this piece and coil it back around and tuck it into back underneath so that the spiral won't become loose on one end. Now you've got your book assembled and ready to embellish. So I have picked a doily from, this is a Bow Bunny, the Darling doily. It fits perfectly. I cut it with crisp white paper so that my sticker would show. I'm just going to add that to the middle. And this is the sticker I picked for this book. How adorable is that sock monkey? I just love it. And I have put it on 110-pound cardstock and cut it back out. I just like to do that because now I am confident that that adhesive is not going to come loose, because sometimes sticker packs do that. But if you add your own adhesive, you will be sure that it will stay on. So I'm just going to press that little guy in place and pick a couple of these hearts out. Sorry if that bag is making a lot of noise. I think I'll pick one pink and one red. And then, like I said, if you want to secure them, I would pick hot glue. I'm just going to clip these on for now because I didn't bring the glue gun down. But so I'm just going to pick that one pink one for the top because I think that accents the little sock monkey sweater. And then I'm just going to clip that on with this small pink clip that coordinates, and that will hold it in place just fine. Okay, last but not least is to put a little bling on it, and so I'm going to use these blingy hearts and just a couple at the bottom. I think we'll finish it off. You could use buttons or pearls or enamel dots for this as well, but I just happened to find these, and I tried to get everything from the dollar store, and I did manage to do that except for the scrap paper, so I'm happy calling this a dollar store DIY. These are where I like them to be now, so I'm just gonna press those on to make sure they set in place, and then tie this little baby up. Okay, so that is all for my dollar store DIY Valentine notebooks. I've made another one here as well because I wanted to use up some of those larger stickers, so I think these will be good random act of kindness gifts to take, and so that is all set. If you enjoy this style of tutorial where I use dollar store items, make sure to leave me a comment, and I will be on the lookout for more fun things to create with while I'm at the dollar store. So don't forget to like and subscribe, and as always, I'm wishing you a happy and productive day, and I thank you so much for watching. Bye!